Greetings choose, says the whale. Transform 2, huh? Let's have a look-see. We are fighting the Guardian. And wow, we do actually have a Searing Blow path here. Let me just mark this in green. What a path that this is for Clad here. That is 1, 2 elites and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rest sites. That is a extremely premium path. I also like the option to eschew 1 rest site and end up with a Burning Elite instead. That ends up being 3 elites, 4 rest sites, which is also spectacular. Wow, that's a juicy looking Act 1. There's a number of ways we could play this. So we have options with shops early on. Any other paths that look reasonable here? No, none are nearly as good as this green/red path. I guess there's maybe the option. Let's mark this in yellow. If we really want to spend money, we can get to the shop before Guardian. Just transform into Searing Blow. I am definitely considering a Transform 2 here in exchange for all of our money. Although I think it would also be just very sensible to take a Bash upgrade in the current position. Then we can potentially go to the shop, especially if there's a money event. We can opt into the shop. Stays flexible. We'll have a solid advantage through the elite fights, so a bit more health through the easy pool fights if we take Upgraded Card. So I do like Upgraded Card, but how good is Transform 2? That's actually kind of hard to know. I think random Ironclad cards could be really hit or also really miss. We could get a pair of stinkers like Barricade and Demon Form together, or even worse, Double Barricade. In exchange, and then we're down 99 gold as well. But we could also get some very, very good things, and on average, I'd say we're more likely to get good stuff. So, high risk, high reward with the Transform 2. I think we already knew that, though, right? Matajalik, thanks for the Prime sub in the 23 months. I think knowing that I have a solid positive option in this Bash upgrade, I might just take the Bash upgrade. Because there are a couple different paths that we might take that include shops. I don't really want to give up my 99 gold, and even if I do, that's 2/3 of a common relic that we don't get to buy later in the run. That gold is definitely a real downside. Lose 7 max Transform 2 I think would be a bit better here, because then I can remove one of them at the shop, or I can buy better cards if we don't get good transforms. But in exchange for losing all our gold, we also kind of give up our ability to adapt to this start. I think in terms of trying to build consistency for, trying to get 20 wins in a row here, I really like upgrading Bash, which means we're way less likely to low roll into the first elite. We're way less likely to low roll and perish in Act 1 in general. So if this is the option that's getting me to Act 2 more often, I think that's the option I should be picking. Is it ever just take the max health? Asks Twitch chat. I think this is a relatively low value starting bonus, but it's not terrible. Having a few more current health to work with definitely makes Act 1 a bit cleaner. And I think especially on Ironclad and Defect, having more max health going into Act 3 and Act 4 is really, really useful. So you have more damage tolerance. That said, because of how Slay the Spire snowballs in its combats, it's almost always better to trade away the direct health effect in order to get indirect health via better deck, better combats, better draws, more damage output, stuff like that. Yeah, and yes, to in direct reply to Healthy Snacks, does additional max health as a starting bonus get better on some characters opposed to others? I continue to think it's better on Ironclad, in part because of the whole Reaper strength gain build. Ironclad can really do face tanking as a core strategy, and so having more max health helps a lot with that. And then on Defect, you want more max health to make Act 4 more tolerable. Let's go with that bash upgrade and see what happens. All right, we're fighting Jawworm first. Already, I'm very happy that we have an upgraded bash here. Should allow us to get through the fight without too much damage. Although we have to play it when we draw it. Oh, no. It's already gone badly. We bottom decked, as they say, our bash. And now, woe is upon us. Yeah, we wouldn't be killing next turn no matter what, so we're probably full blocking here. Taking advantage of the extra block. Extra vul? No, we're having to strike. And then sure as heck hoping we draw 3 strikes next turn. No. Why has it gone so badly already? Okay, well, we get a kill next turn if we triple defend, so we'll just take 7 more. Freaking Jawworm, man. I guess if I played 1 more attack on turn 1, we could have avoided this fate. But that would only be saving 2 health relative to this line. So yeah, this was just kind of a really bad draw order for Jawworm. That's just how it is sometimes. Jawworm is a menace. Terrifying. Alright, we do get cards though. Burning Pact, Armaments, Pommel Strike. I gotta say, with the path that we're taking, this is a pretty bad armaments. We're gonna be able to upgrade all our cards anyway. First floor Burning Pact is kind of cool, but I think Pommel Strike is a very good first card for Clad. Does better damage than Strike, and draws a card, and upgrades to draw even more cards. Beautiful. Perfectly good first card. Oh no, not again. Alright, that's actually not too bad, I don't think. We just strike, defend here. And then next turn... Yeah, you just debuff me and I kill you. Alright. Okay, that could have been worse, actually. That could have been a lot worse. We still healed from this one. 17 bucks. Okay, we have a couple of real options here. First choice, Infernal Blade makes a random attack. Random attack can be pretty good because it always has a chance of being whatever the best one is for a given fight. Warcry can draw a card, put a card back on top. As I've called it before, a bit of a do-nothing card. I don't think it's all that good early on. Or Spot Weakness. If the enemy intends to attack, gain 3 strength. This is a strength scaling card, and in my opinion, one of the better ones. As it does not exhaust and it can therefore be used more than once. It greatly amplifies our attack damage, even unupgraded. Really a big fan of this card. From here, I'd prefer to add a Headbutt so that we could put the Spot Weakness back on top. Spot Weakness can be a bit unreliable. If the enemy's not attacking, it does nothing, so there's always a chance to dead draw this card. And that's why you need a little bit of deck control to go with it. A Headbutt, maybe a Warcry even, Runic Pyramid. All these things make it a bit more reliable. But even in its unreliable state, I find it often worth it. This card really slaps. I think my first pick here would be Spot Weakness, second pick Infernal Blade, third pick Skip, fourth pick Warcry would be my preference. Although it's not the biggest gap between Spot Weakness and Infernal Blade this early. But having the Spot Weakness allows us to take all sorts of other pretty good cards like Heavy Blade or Pummel or Whirlwind and have them be a lot more effective. Could take 5 max health here, that's perfectly fine. If I really wanted more current health, we can take a heal 25, which is actually only a heal 15 here. Still have one more quote-unquote easy pool fight, and it should be quite easy indeed. I'm hoping we fight Cultist, because that should be an easy +6 health. Rather just take 5 max health. This helps us out in the late game. Do we ever take a relic for a curse? We could remove that right away. That actually could pay off pretty big. But I'm giving up 5 max health. and I'm making my removes cost more, and I'm losing gold, and we're giving up a fight before the elite. So that's quite a few things we don't get if I take the relic for a curse here. It's pretty hard to imagine that the relic is going to pull that much weight. So I'd rather take the 5 max health, take 2 more fights. I want a real potion, not a smoke bomb. Although having the smoke bomb does mean at least we can't die to the elite no matter what happens. But yeah, it could be Helix. Could be Pocket Watch, could be Dead Branch. You know, there's a lot of things that do pull that kind of weight. But there's even more relics that don't. There's definitely more relics that don't. Take some fights. It is Cultist. Excellent. Very thoroughly mediocre turn 1 draw yet again. And then we just unavoidably take damage here. All right. Thanks, I guess. Jerk. Whatever. Still no potion either. But there's that pummel I mentioned specifically by name. 2 damage 4 times. That's just 8 damage normally, but if you have spot weakness, suddenly it's 20 damage. Even upgraded for another hit. Rampage can pull a lot of weight in Act 1. I think this is an Act 1 card more than anything else. Pretty good for the Act 1 boss, pretty good at the Act 1 elites, especially Lagavulin, as you can play it without waking up Lagavulin. Or Boot, that's right, Boot will also enhance Pummel, but Pummel is much more broadly useful, and I actually love the fact that it exhausts, because you can combo that with Ironclad exhaust synergies, or you can just get rid of the card and then have a more streamlined deck afterwards. Caw. Don't think we want to skip the bash here. I think this is defend bash versus double defend and play either strike or pummel. Lots of damage coming up in the draw pile. We want to be able to kill within a couple of turns. So let's set up that Vuln. The Burning Blood will keep us healthy. Fortunately, we don't draw both defends this turn, so we do have to take another 6. But hopefully we'll get a potion or at least a half-decent card. We get the potion, block potion, gain 12 block. And we're offered some pretty spicy options here. Brutality, Flex, and Power Through. Flex goes with Pummel and Pummel Strike pretty well. That's a pretty good flex. But I'm also really eyeing the rare card here. Brutality says, each turn, lose 1 health, but draw 1 more card. And that can be quite strong, especially if we find the boss relic, the Runic Cube. Brutality becomes particularly good. But even without that, the extra draw each turn is a useful form of scaling. And in a deck that already has a way to gain strength, I do like this sort of thing. Power Through is also a pretty powerful block card, although the added wounds can definitely be an issue. This would give us good reason to pick up and evolve. Is there consideration for Power Through given Guardian at the end of the act? I kind of consider the Power Through to be bad in the Guardian fight, because although it blocks for a whole lot, adding the wounds to your deck without a means of negating them or drawing extra with Evolve, for example, means that you're going to brick future draws in that same fight. So it's kind of a Faustian bargain. If you block with it too much, you'll end up dying. But if you haven't evolved, then yeah, it's just free as hell. Let's play it. But that's the catch-22, right? Can't take the evolve without the power through. Can't take the power through without the evolve. What do? You just have to suck it up and take the power through at some point. This is such a really useful card for the mid to late game, which makes me really like it. Though that said, with the current path, we're not going to get very many card rewards. We're mostly going to get upgrades. And I really like the idea of this deck with upgraded Pummel Strike, upgraded Pummel, upgraded Flex. That sounds kind of badass. I'm going to go with a Flex here. I think it fits really well with what we already have, and it's going to dramatically improve our output with all these additional upgrades. So let's start with upgrading Flex to make that +4 strength for 1 turn. Skyfish, thanks for the Prime sub and the 41 months. What would it take for me to have taken that Brutality? Not having Pummel? Yeah, if I don't have Pummel, then I take the Brutality there. Probably. It's not a very good flex draw, unfortunately. We rolled lots of health on all these sentries, but the good news is spot weakness works really well in this fight. So I'm not too afraid. And I'm happy to use the block potion to prevent some damage in this fight. Should be a guaranteed 10 health. Or yeah, if we draw like this, it's going to be more than that. It's not the draw we wanted. Ooh, that's hot garbage. Yikes. Jeez. Will I ever smoke bomb with this draw order? I'm thinking about it. It would mean we miss the first elite, lose a relic, lose a lot of gold, lose a card reward, but we save all of our health. Even though we have 2 rest sites, maybe we're okay with resting. Badass TV says, will you get better understanding in this game by maining a character? I think so. I think it's easier. I've definitely conceptualized the 4 characters in this game as 4 different skill sets. They are definitely sufficiently different from one another that the playstyle does not translate all that well. But swapping around characters, I think, helps make the game interesting and fresh, which ultimately helps you learn better. So I think it kind of depends. Ultimately, the best way to play Slay the Spire is the way that you find most enjoyable, because that's what's going to keep you interested and continue to learn. Big Richie, will I stream the Elden Ring DLC? You betcha. That's the plan. Let's see, so realistically, how does this go? I deal 12 here, you go to 13. Spot Weakness Bash next turn. Does kill this. So I take 8 this turn, 10 next turn. And then we still have 2 sentries. Oof. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. That was not a sufficiently good performance. We do get 6 health from that fight. And I'm going to try again with a couple of upgrades in the next fight. Let's upgrade Pummel Strike and Pummel. Pummel. Okay, bronze scales are good. You get 3 thorns at the start of each combat. Means we'll deal a bit of damage back to foes that strike us. Going to improve our front load quite a bit to have that upgraded pummel. Alright, the bad draws are continuing. This is not the worst draw. Not very good, though. Can I at least have Bash on this turn? No, I cannot. Okay. Welp. Let's keep the pummel around, actually. Guess we'll take 12 next turn with a block potion. Should be able to at least get through this fight without too much trouble. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay, we get a potion belt. Great, great. Sword Boomerang, Flex, Burning Pact. Actually, this is a deck that wants a Sword Boomerang, although Burning Pact also looks pretty good here. Stephen Field says, would I have gotten the thorns if I stayed with that elite fight? Maybe is the answer. I would have gotten the bronze scales if the elite had dropped a common relic. But the rarity of the relic is random from the elite. I think 50% chance of common, 33% chance of uncommon, 17% chance of rare. And if it had rolled a uncommon or rare relic, it would have gotten something different. Although, given that the next elite dropped a potion belt, maybe that was the upcoming roll? Not 100% sure how the RNG values work in this case. I like this Burning Pact. Don't have long before that boss fight. It'll be either Laga or Sentries. We should take the Boomerang. I'm still hoping we can fight the Burning Elite. But maybe we go to the shop, actually, because this has gone weirdly. Let's see what this combat rewards us with. Cold Llama, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. I should have done a little bit more math here. Let's do some math now. What's our best turn? We could do Flex, Bash, Sword, Boomerang. Or we could maybe do Flex, Spot, Weakness, Pummel Strike, Sword, Boomerang. How much damage do those do? It doesn't matter now, right? We just play the Pummel, surely. Nothing to decide there, I don't believe. So we didn't get the Flex. So is it then Pummel Strike, Flex, Strike, Boomerang? I should have maybe calced them in damage, because if we had at least 50, I could have maybe saved 1 health last turn, actually. So we do 13 plus... we'd have 7 strength for this. Yeah, that's a kill. So we just do Spot Weakness, Pummel Strike, Flex, or Boomerang. Might have been some other lines that kill. That worked just fine. Feed is here. Alright then. I'll take it. Especially when the other options are Clash or Wild Strike. I mean, yes, you take a feed. Versus not taking a feed. Definitely. Definitely. Now, if we can kill things with the feed card specifically, we'll be able to gain max health, allowing us to enchonkify. We did not, in fact, get a potion. A little annoying. Burning Elite could be tough, but probably manageable. Probably manageable. That said, I could see Lagavulin slapping us for 40 damage. And that could be really, really badly. That could be quite bad. We can brick the Flex and the Spot Weakness in that fight. Now that we have feed, I'm actually wondering if we just take a couple more combats here. To try to gain some max health and to try to get some potions. This has definitely gone sideways as far as an Act 1. How's it going, Lee PV? Forgetting one of the keys and failing to get to Act 4 is losing a heart run. Has happened before. I'm excited about Slice and Dice coming out on Steam. You betcha I am. Yeah, we'll definitely see some more Slice and Dice next week. We need a block card for Guardian. We don't need one, but we sure would like one. Going to the shop is a very reasonable option also. That would still get us an elite fight here. Regular Lagavulin or Sentry should be a bit easier. Removing a strike is pretty good also, even if we don't buy a relic. But what about just taking more combats here? No, I'm liking the yellow path, actually. It's go yellow here. We'll face the sentries, but not the super sentries. I think I play this, even though it's unreliable. It's just more total damage. I like that. It's like a mini cleave. And I think I play Strike, eat the 10 damage to the face to improve our odds of getting a kill next turn here. Specifically, Strike feed becomes a kill. Let's do that. Play this Watcher style. Tank just one hit to the face, and then presumably you can trade hits pretty well. All right, feed is getting drawn next turn. If we play Strike, Strike, Feed, we can do 9 plus 9 plus 13. 18, 31 damage. So I pummel the front one, strike the middle one. Take another 10 here. If I don't strike the middle one, we don't get to feed next turn. But I want to eat it. It's delicious. To go on Frodo's hairy feet. Hiya! Die to thorns. Bottled flame. Oh boy, sure glad I... Oh, I can bottle whirlwind. Alright. Probably do that. That doesn't help us against Guardian very much, though, whereas Iron Wave might. And yes, of course, we did not get a potion. But yeah, with the flex, with the spot weakness, I'll bottle a whirlwind here. That sounds real nice, like... Akabeko, anyone? Dead Branch. Pocket Watch. Oh dear. This is definitely one of those runs. One of the harder runs, that is. Metallicize can help against Guardian. We could Dolly's Mirror and duplicate a card. We could dupe Flex Plus, Pommel Strike Plus, or Feed. Double Flex Plus sounds kind of spicy, actually. But I think I'll be buying potions and a remove, perhaps. Removing a strike looks really good right about now, going into Guardian. Block potion looks really good right now, going into Guardian. Quite honestly, resting looks pretty good going into Guardian, although I do also like upgrading Whirlwind. Yeah, I meant to turn off the beta art on that. Metallicize for Guardian feels pretty good. Feels pretty bad for the rest of the run, though. Does Block Pot let us upgrade? I'm not sure. Cultist Potion might. I can't do Cultist Potion remove, though. I can do Flex Potion remove. We could do Clash and remove. Never liked you. Thanks for the 3 months of support. Buy both potions. Try to upgrade. Ambitious. I like it. But then we don't get the remove. I think I'd rather toke a card than upgrade here if I had the choice. I'm going to go remove, strike, flex potion, and I think rest here. That means we're more likely to be able to keep the block pot as well. Although, again, upgrading that whirlwind is pretty nice. We can do that next act, hopefully. Give me some hit points here. Ironclad versus Guardian without a whole lot of block is a fight that can cost a tremendous amount of health. Although, with a turn 1 like that, it's pretty good. Turn 2 looks a bit less good. We're guaranteed to land our spot weakness, is the good news. Now. Once we scale some strength, everything will be fine, though. And the thorns help out, damage-wise, too. Alright, I'm gonna spot, defend, take another 10 here. And then we should be good with 6 permanent strength. Let's transform it next turn, not this turn. We could transform right now by playing Sword Boomerang, but then next turn we're drawing a lot of attacks and no block. Whereas if I strike it, let it gain block, next turn we can hit it with all the damage, and then we get a fresh draw. Yeah, we don't want to draw this during the first defensive mode turn. Do the damage now. Okay, for... Take 4, deal 39. Totally worth it here. Note that we only get 1 hit back, even though it was a multi-hit move. Guardian's Sharp Hide works a bit differently. And I think we just eat the Guardian now, even though I have to take damage to do it. Take 12, finish the fight, land feed. Probably that's worth it. Yeah, I think that's worth it. How do we know when Sharp Hide hits once versus X times? Sharp Hide is once per attack card you play, and then Thorns, which has a different icon, is per hit. That's the one you see in Act 3. So they're actually 2 different buffs with different behaviors. Did you know that I play games other than Slay the Spire? It's true. Catch me over on Baalorlord Plays for card games, RPGs, strategy games, and more. That, my friends, is a limit break for sure. We've got Flex Plus, we've got Spot Weakness, and we even have a potion that makes it a one-time gain 5 strength card. I think I'd prefer to see a Reaper here or an Offering from the rare options, but Limit Break is definitely a useful card. So useful, in fact, that, I mean, there's a feed here we're not even going to acknowledge. That's partially because we already have a feed, but yeah, Limit Break is better than this feed, I think. That's quite sure. Just add Pyramid. Pyramid would turn this run around very fast. But if we're looking at something like Runic Dome, Ectoplasm, Sozu, it's going to be a tough run. Let's find out how tough we're looking at here. Pyramid. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. We had what was, quite frankly, a bit of a miserable Act 1. A lot of things happened in Act 1 that really messed with me. We had terrible draw orders. I had to bail out of an elite fight. We got no potions. I had to rest going into Guardian. But now we have Runic Pyramid with Feed and Limit Break Flex. So life's pretty good. This means we will no longer discard our hand at the end of each turn, allowing us to hold Feed until the moment it's lethal, allowing us to hold Limit Break until we actually have strength, allowing us to hold Spot Weakness until the enemy is attacking. All of these things make the deck just work in a way that it's not guaranteed to otherwise. I like this Act 2 layout a fair bit. We should be able to fight a couple of elites, at least if we can hoard potions. Potion Belt Pyramid is one of my favorite combos, too. Because the Potion Belt just gives you that resilience that the Pyramid sometimes lacks on turn 1. Having Bottled Flame Whirlwind is going to be pretty nice, presumably. We're not that good against birds, though, although Pummel can save us. We definitely need to get this Whirlwind upgraded, and I'm thinking one of these 2 rest sites can do that. I really doubt we ever fight the Burning Elite this act. I think that's much better left until next act. We have to be able to beat the Collector at the end of this act. This deck already does a pretty good job against Collector. I think we could use maybe a second AoE card. Although because the one we have is bottled, I don't necessarily actually need more than one. I think a Headbutt would be good still. Nothing to see her, thanks so much for the 13 months. And Art Vandalay, thanks for gifting a sub. Run definitely looking good after Act 1. What about block? We don't do that a whole lot yet. And quite frankly, here in Act 2, with only 3 energy, we can't afford to block. Unless the block is hyper efficient. So we could maybe take a power through. We could certainly take an impervious. Panic button would be really good. I'd like to look for some zero-cost colorless cards at the shop. Actually, maybe that's a good reason to just dip into a shop real quick. And just check if there's a very good colorless card. Although we're already going to go to this one, so I don't know. 2 shops is iffy sometimes. Especially if I can't afford a relic. No, let's go this way. Every fight we take is a feed, after all, in theory, so we should do that. You might think we want to upgrade feed, but I really think it's probably better to upgrade the Whirlwind first. We could maybe afford to upgrade feed later. I'd like to be able to fight these 2 elites. I like this way more because you can bail out of the elites easier. No burning elite in the way. We get the shop. This way doesn't get a shop in the same way. Yeah, I like this path on the left. It is birds first. Stinky bird jerks. Let's see, if I flex Whirlwind, we do 9 goes to 4x3. Looks like we're probably going to use the block pot. Maybe Pummel Strike first. They take 18 damage back, right? 3x6. So if I do 12, they will actually die to Thorns. Let's start with a Pummel Strike. I think I want to hit the one that's buffing. Alright, we got 1 defend. It's not going to do it. Alright, we'll block pop then. Remember, we do want to eat one of them, if possible. Okay, good. Perfect, in fact. I think. It's the fact that... No, it's not perfect. Or is it? Pummel that one. Defend. Defend. This one dies. Then we can eat the one on the ground. Play Sword Boomerang. Kill it with Strike. Okay, health went up. We did use the block potion, but I think that was a good fight overall. We get an explosive potion, which is excellent. We're offered a Havoc Plus. Play the top card of the draw pile and exhaust it. Maybe I just want an Anger here. Anger seems fine, right? We took Havoc before, and it ended up being really distrustful once we had a Fiendfire. And this deck would immediately click on Fiendfire, so I think this Havoc is a trap. Also, something I just realized, this is not quite in the here and now, but we saw 2 relics in the shop before that we were dismayed at not having. Pocket Watch and Dead Branch, but both of those relics are actually bad with the Pyramid. So it was secretly a blessing that they're gone. Give me the Helix and the Incense Burner instead, please. What does Anger do here? It gives us a 0-cost attack to add to our array of stuff. With all of our strength... having a free attack is going to mean a lot of added damage. Is it necessary to potion here? I'm thinking about colorless potion. I'm going to colorless potion because these 2 are jerks. Unfortunately, none of these cards help. I was thinking Panic Button or Arc Shackles or something, but I guess we can play Chrysalis and see what happens. Give me 3 random skills. Exhume and Offering. Okay, so we can potentially feed on both of them. 3 max health potion, I guess. Definitely not what I expected there, but I'll take it. Ow. So I either use another potion or we take a buttload of damage here. Flex pot would save 11. Go pummel, defend, feed, whirlwind. Make room in hand. We have hard pool fights coming up. What could those be? Triple cultist? That's not so bad. Avocado +1 is pretty bad, though. I like having this flex pot for the elite fight, too. I'm going to try to save it. Just go defend Ash Whirlwinds. Ouch. Ish. Or is it? What if I KO'd them both? What if they were both super dead, though? I don't even need the offering, actually. Let's take all that health back, thank you. More strength. Yeah, because we have a limit break, I think we should take it in flame here. We have no way to exhaust Sentinel, although Sentinel with Pyramid is potentially quite powerful. How much strength is too much strength? I don't understand the question. Ooh, free relic. Free hourglass. I like hourglass and bronze scales together. Those could interfere with Feed's ability to, well, feed us, but I don't care. I want the free damage. Killing the enemies faster is the only way we avoid catastrophic disaster, which we're currently staring down. This is really bad as far as fights go for us. I guess I just whirlwind for 3 here. Next turn we get to spot weakness. Realistically, we're taking 24 here, and there's not much I can do about it. Unless Flex kills here. Flex pot, that is. See, this is 6 times 5. No, there's no way that kills. There's no way, right? We would go to 12 strength. This has base of 2, so 14 goes to 11 times 5. Actually, wait. No, it can't be 11. Let me recalculate that. Give us 5 strength for 1 turn. We'll have 12 strength. The base damage is 14. Or, base damage is 2. So 2 plus 12 is 14 damage. 14 times 0.75 is 10. Oh yeah, 10 by 5. Okay. And strike would do how much? I think that actually does kill. Strike is a base of 6. 6 goes to 18. 18 goes to 13.5. So strike does 13. Snake Plant gains 3 block. So that should mean the pummel's exactly a kill. Oh yeah, actually, and we would want to lead feed rather than strike. Unfortunately, because of the malleable property of the Snake Plant, we cannot play the pummel first because it'll gain 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 block after the fact, which will make it impossible to hit with the feed. You have to do feed first, then it only gains 3 block, and then the pummel kills it. We do miss this feed, but we do get to save all of this health, which I think is well worth it here. All right. I'm quite happy with that. Here's a block card. Flame Barrier blocks for a lot. But does Flame Barrier block for as much as Rage does? I don't think so. I think Rage is actually the sweet, sweet card here. 0 cost, when you play an attack this turn, get 3 block. That's a Runic Pyramid card. 0 cost card that has to be in the same hand as other cards. Perfect. It's also unaffected by Frail, which will matter quite a bit in the Collector fight. Bird Nerd. Right? Got feed in the opening hand. That means we're eating this bird, that's for sure. I guess I just Whirlwind? Seems fine. Spooky fight. Next turn, the Chosen could attack for a lot. Ideally, we want to kill Chosen next turn, as well as the bird this turn. Maybe we save the feed for Chosen. I think that makes more sense, actually. Then I can just kill the bird more up front. We could do something like Spot Weakness, Flex, Boomerang, Pummel, maybe? But Explosive Potion here. I don't totally hate that idea. Let's see, because speed goes +7, so this is 17. Yeah, that would outright kill. 17 gets halved to... should be 8. So we could do Flex, Spot Weakness, Explosive Pot, Feed here, Pummel on Chosen. Easily kill Chosen next turn. Although, can I easily kill Chosen next turn anyway? That's my question. So if it's not actually saving me any health compared to, say, Spot Weakness, Strike, Feed. Let me see. Go to 9. No, that won't be enough. We have to use the Flex or the Pummel. Is Feed an upgrade priority after Whirlwind? Not sure, honestly. Don't think we can kill Chosen this turn. Let's see. We can get to 7 strength, so this would be 9 by 5. 45 damage. Don't think so. Doesn't feel like pummeling the bird is correct. Next turn, Boomerang will only be 30 damage. That's not even close to enough. The more I think about it, the more I am liking this Explosive Potion a fair bit. Then I definitely get them both by next turn. I'm gonna do that. I can even... No, we don't want to defend this turn. Me? I don't think so. I'm okay with that way through the fight. Shrug is a decent block card. We are certainly hurting for blocks, so I think it's fine. Definitely prefer upgraded cards, but it's better than nothing, I believe. And we can finally upgrade our whirlwinds here. Ouch. Could skill potion here. I'd really prefer not to use all of my potions all the time. Probably going to be buying some of this shop. Okay, taking 14 at the moment. I think I'd rather just have more potions. Dealing more than 21 damage to the Centurion means the Mystic will be forced to heal next turn. There we go. Centurion has to attack now, I think. Maybe not has to. That nerd got deleted. And now I'm going to eat you. Delicious. Battle Trance with a plus. That's just a ton of free card draw. Probably means we'll have Hand Clog, but Hand Clog is not necessarily a bad thing. If all the cards in your hand are good, then having 10 cards in your hand is good. Just means you have lots of options for what to do. Membo card is here. Oh my. Do like Membo card, but here's the thing. I also like Second Wind Feel No Pain. I can't do both. And I have to beat Collector. Can I buy a Second Wind Feel No Pain Fire Potion? Probably not, right? Totals to 216. Yeah, we're just a little bit shy. Bummer. I really want that Fire Potion. Although is Flex Potion better? And with Whirlwind plus, turn 1. 13 by 3 is only 39. It's not going to kill a Slaver. I need to be able to kill the Red Slaver on turn 1. Yeah, we can buy the membership card and the Fire Potion. I don't hate that idea, but I'm a little afraid of the Collector, if that's what we choose to do. Only a little bit, though. Can always rest for more health, right? We have 2 rest sites coming up. Having these online is really valuable, especially with Pyramid. Especially with Pyramid and Battle Trance. But then the Slavers. What do I do about the Slavers? Flex pot, double, or skill pot into double tap is what we do, and then we win. Maybe. This game is hard. This game is definitely hard. I wish we had just a little bit more money. Is it Second Wind Fire Pot? Surely I also buy the Flex Pot if I do that. Second Wind Fire Pot, Flex Pot. don't love not having the feel no pain part of this, but that's what I'm going to try to do. Stock up on potions here. Make sure these elites do not ruin our day. That helps. I'll definitely take 10 more max health. When you're scaling max health, I think there are important sort of thresholds to reach. And for Ironclad, about 150 max health becomes a really important threshold. Beyond that, the heart simply cannot kill you in the first cycle because you are too chunky. And here is why we spent all that time deliberating about the shop. Because this nonsense, this stupid fight, is so dangerous that we have to accommodate for a crappy turn 1 draw, or else. But thankfully, Whirlwind is here, along with the Flex Potion, so we can bop some nerds. Seems appropriate to use 1 or 2 potions here. I wonder if we use the Skill Potion, because both a damage and a defense option are good here. Kid Charlemagne, thanks for the 20 months of support. Yeah, this entire run has been bad draws, unfortunately, but we've been playing around them pretty well. Exhume! Juicy. That's tempting. I might prefer armaments here. Blocks 5 and upgrades the feed. Problem is I can't use the feed this turn anyway. And I think I still have to use 2 potions as well. Flux pot, fire pot. To get the red slaver. What about flex pot, strength pot? That's only 45 damage, right? 39 plus 6. Yeah, that's still a bit short. So we'd have to use the fire potion. Use all of the potions. Heal everyone. Alright, I'll take the save 5, I guess. And the 1 max health. Can't just use the fire potion. It has to also be flex. Could just kill the front guy. I guess taking 14 is not that much worse than taking 13, yeah? And I can keep the fire potion, although I'd rather keep the strength potion, I think, for the collector fight. You die to the hourglass. You die to the feed. Okay, we get question card, meaning more options from card rewards. That's kind of cool. We're offered a double tap and shockwave. Double tap a little tempting here, but I think shockwave is where it's at. We don't have a shockwave yet. Very good clad card in general. Good upgrade, too. As is Rage. Do we need to upgrade Limit Break? I don't think so. Not to get through Collector, we don't. Let's upgrade the Rage. Make it 5 block per attack. Oh, and I'm very happy to fight these 3. We can feed on them. We can maybe get a potion. And we'll get the red mask. Making them somebody weak on turn 1. Although we do have to tank some damage turn 1. That's alright. I think I just want a Whirlwind. If I flex Limit Break, we can kill them all with Whirlwind next turn, but I want to be able to eat one of them. Let's just Whirlwind. Let Pointy die to the Thorns here. Then we can choose to kill, or we can block. And therefore try to draw feed next turn. Just like that. Fair, yes. Get a red mask and a Gambler's Brew. Love Gambler's Brew with Runic Pyramid. Armaments can allow us to upgrade cards in our hand. And upgraded armaments is a nice scaling option with Runic Pyramid. And it can upgrade our feed. I'll take it. Might upgrade that. Let's fight an elite. We have 2 good potions, I believe, here. But first, the Snake Plant rematch. Terrible. Just terrible. Ow. But my face, though. Don't think I ever gamble there. Here, doing it again, I see. But this time I have blocking. Hopefully life is a bit better here. Okay, we can block for enough that this isn't complete disaster. 5 block whether I play a defend or an attack. Might as well play the attacks then. Next turn it debuffs us, so we can set up the feed kill. Maybe even upgraded feed kill. I want to play 3 cards to maximize the chance we get the Arma. Oh, and indeed, because we played specifically 3 cards, we're able to do it, right? Or are we? Because do we actually get a kill? We can do armaments, spot weakness feed. Yes, we get the upgraded feed here. Just the upgraded feed is not a kill. Perfect. Okay, 4 health back. Flex potion, very good. Heavy blade looks good. Yeah, this deck takes a heavy blade. We have so much strength scaling. And let's fight that elite. With these potions, I believe we can take out the Book of Stabbing without too much trouble. And a dad joke for the crowd, courtesy of Nimble Plunderer. Told this one the other day, but here's a different punchline for you. What brand of car does the Ironclad drive? An Evolvo. No refunds. Ow. I'd like a refund, please. No. There will be no refunds. No matter what. We need you to die, Book of Stabbing. Please and thank you, with the perishing. Here's my Flex. Hello? Flex isn't here today. Would you like to leave a message? Flex, why? Okay, next turn's going to be really nasty, so we need to hurry it up. I can do Arma on the defend, but that doesn't seem quite right. If I Flex Potion, Sword Boomerang, Pummel, do I get out of here right now? Because I might take that. Latimus Prime with the 7 months. Snoop-a-loop. Let's see, that would go to 10, 15 times 5. Oh yeah, we super kill with Flexbot. What if I Gambler's Brew? If I Gambler's Brew, can I feed? Maybe. What's my next goal after mastering Clad? Why, the Silent, of course. Not this turn. We could do... What would it be? Flex? Let's see. If I gamble for 7, we keep Whirlwind, Anger, Arma. Discard everything else. That'd mean losing Pummel. No, that doesn't sound right. Get me out of here. 10 nib. You love to see it. Every 10th attack we play is doubled in damage. If we want, we can take another Whirlwind. Or an Entrench or a Hemokinesis. I'm not actually sure that we do want. I think what we want to do is rest going into Collector, and then use the Strength Potion to beat the Collector decisively. Upgrading armaments is tempting, but I think out of our reach here. We should probably rest to make sure the Collector fight is nice and smooth. Let's do that. Get 36 health after all. That's an inordinate amount of hit points. It means we can definitely tank a hit if need be. Happy to see Limit Break turn 1. We'll wait for Lex, of course, before we play it. Or at least Spot Weakness. How about all of the above? Excellent. Though, by Limit Break Whirlwind, I can kill both minions right now. Gain less total strength. If I go Spot Weakness Limit Break, I cannot kill both minions, I don't believe. Yeah, that should be enough strength anyway. Yeah, Limit Whirlwind Anger kills, but only kills one of them, not both of them. Or rather, yes, does kill both of them. Spot Weakness, Limit Break, Whirlwind Anger doesn't kill them both, is what I was trying to say. Yeah, let's skip the Spot Weakness here. Just go Limit Break, Whirlwinds. Kill this one. Take 21. And now we have an uninterrupted turn to hit Collector here. She opts to resummon. That's great news. I think I'm going to upgrade the feed. It's a bit more awkward now, though. Probably we want to play Shockwave, effectively cancel out the debuffs we're about to receive. Bloodletting would definitely have helped. Any energy-generating card would go a long way. An energy-generating relic would also go a long way. I think this is Shrug Shockwave this turn. Next turn we can second win for block if we need to. We also have the Gambler's Brew. I'm not too afraid at the moment. Hopefully Collector buffs again. That'd be, yeah, good. Although, do we just have a kill? We don't. But what I can do is second wind, Pummel Strike, and then kill next turn. I like that. Although that means not upgrading the feed. Maybe should have played Arma first. Don't worry about it. Life is good. We're winning the fight and we're landing the feed. We're keeping one potion. Good enough in my book. We are out of here. Second limit break. We've had first limit break, yes. What about second limit break? Arguably, the second one is better than the first one, kind of like Catalyst on Silent. Having two of these means we can really ramp up the damage. If we want to block harder, there's Impervious, I guess. I'm taking this limit break. With Pyramid, can't convince me it's wrong. As for Boss Relic, though, how's this going to shape up? Multiple energy options. I like it. Runic Dome in particular seems kind of good here, because the deck barely blocks anyway, so who cares what the enemies are doing? That's not entirely true. For example, Darkling's fight will really appreciate being able to see. What about Busted Crown here? We do have question cards, so we still get 2 options per card reward. It's also our Act 2 boss. Busted Crown, so it affects no rare card options, for example. This deck has most of the things it needs for a win. But I think it'd be a lot easier to find something like a Feel No Pain if we take the Dome. Spot weakness is a bit awkward. A little bit. Let's take the Dome. I really want to be able to leverage the strength of the question card rather than using it to mitigate my crippling downside. I think that's my strong preference here. We have to fight the Burning Elite, but it does not restrict our pathing, thankfully. So we have a few options. Would like to hit a shop, so probably this one. And then I guess we can decide if we want to fight an Elite or not at this stage, but we probably do. We can snag a couple upgrades if we want to. We can get armaments upgraded. We can get something else upgraded. It'd be very nice if we got Mind Bloom before the shop, right? Is Ectoplasm only pure after Act 1? Because the devs were jerks. We decided it was not enough of a downside to not have gold going into Act 3, apparently. Alright, we know this one and this one always attack. Biker says can't play Whirlwind, unfortunately. So we take some damage here. Ow. Oh, you too? Rude. Doesn't block much, though. Okay, 20 and 16 kills these two. You die, play this just in case. Good. The spooky with Dome. I don't get to know if I'm allowed to save my... That's 18. Limit Break, Pulse Strike. Okay, then next turn I should be able to second wind and feed. Yeah, that was important, actually. Okay, that was actually rather costly in terms of hit points. Unfortunately. I want another unupgraded Shrug? Not exactly. I feel like we can do so much better here in the late game. Skip that. Oh, okay. Gain lots of money right before the shop. That feels pretty good. I haven't processed what else is here. That gets bought for sure. That's definitely getting bought. No questions. I might buy the Waffle, too. That's a lot of current health. And some more max health. Lantern's not bad. Lantern with Bottled Whirlwind. Actually, wait. Lantern with Bottled Whirlwind and Pen Nib. Wait a second. If I set up Whirlwind into Shield and Spear, we can do 16 times 5. That's only 80. But with the Energy Potion, I can do more. That is pretty good. Oh, I can't remove, though, if I buy the Lantern. I can remove with Waffle. So I'm leaning towards Waffle card remove here. Gain some more max health, lose another strike. The Lantern doesn't make that much of a difference with the Pen Nib Whirlwind thing. Yeah, let's go Waffle remove. Is Magnetism the worst card in the game? No way. This card actually has some serious utility to it. It can generate Hand of Greed and make you money. It can generate unlimited powers for the bird phase turn. It can do quite a few things. And that's why we took the Waffle. Ow. Let's full block here. Next turn, I guess. There we go. Then feed is guaranteed, although I didn't get the armaments. I'm okay with that. Dual wield. Yep. Dual wield seems... Oh, wow, that's rude. Okay. Lose Limit Break, lose Inflame, lose Reaper. Falling Event has had it out for me. Was anybody here yesterday when we had lose Dark Embrace, lose Offering, or was it Limit? No, it was lose Dark Embrace, lose Limit Break, or lose Ritual Dagger. It was yesterday's. And I chose to lose Ritual Dagger Plus, and then we won. This one is not that bad. I don't mind losing this unupgraded Inflame. We still have the Flex and the Spot Weakness and double Limit Break. But yeah, I'm not losing Limit Break or Reaper. No way. Do I want this elite fight? I think so. I think so. I have Reaper, Limit Break. Surely we're fine here, right? It's only Reptomancer. Like, whatever. Who gives a crap about Reptomancer? I have unlimited whirlwinds in this fight. More daggers? Oh no. Shame my deck only has one whirlwind. I'll keep the rage here. Eat some damage to the face, but that's no biggie. That's no biggie. Okay, but real cards would be welcome now. Hello? Good. For not summoning on that turn. It's gonna boomerang and kill you next turn, even if you're attacking me. Fine. Really good fight. Get an Ancient Tea set. Okay, yeah, the Shield and Spear are absolutely ruined. With if we set up Pen Nib properly. That's all we have to remember to do. Set up Pen Nib properly, and we can instantly destroy Shield and Spear. So, Whirlwind is 8 damage to each enemy times the number of energy we have. Currently, we'll have 6 energy on turn 1. If we Pen Nib it, that'll be 16 times 6. Which is how much? 96. Not enough to kill either of them, but if I also use the energy potion, it's 16 times 8. 128. That'll kill the spear instantly. Or not the spear. That'll kill the shield instantly. And we'll put the spear very low, so we can probably kill spear on turn 2. And I have a third limit break, which I'm going to click on. All right, this deck seems pretty good. What with triple limit break, the only thing it could use now is maybe another Reaper, but that's what the dual wield is for. I like events. Uh-oh. Alright, jerks. You're just dead on turn 1 this time. There's no Spiker here to save you. Get out. Where's feed? It's not here. I want to feed. Thank you. I miss Feel No Pain. Miss Feel No Pain greatly. Do we take a Boomerang Plus? That does scale really well with Strength. Let's grab that. This deck needs maybe one more way to get Strength in the first place, though, I'm thinking. We'll take another combat here. I'll take the events. And the rest side. We're going to upgrade armaments, and then what? Upgrade dual wields. Yes. We have to take the blue key here, I believe. Over Juzu bracelets. Oh no. Truly a shame. One boomerang and one heavy blade enough? Not sure. That's why we took the second boomerang and the pummel. So now we have quite a few strength scaling cards. Winding Halls. Lose 7 max health or take a Rive. I guess we can lose a bit of max health. We're going to hit that 150 hit point threshold anyway. Fortunately, though, we don't get to eat Transient. Or do we? Or do we? Good, okay. This is turn 3, meaning the transient is a base of, I believe, 60? Yeah, 40, 50, 60. So it's currently doing 29 still. Means that Reaper alone will not full block here. Let's just double defend. Take 3. Shockwave Sword Boomerang is basically good enough. A little bit more. Doesn't feel like we got good enough. speed or anything, but we're doing pretty well. $147's pretty good. We at least set up the pen nib and leave it full health. Yeah, we don't need another upgraded sword boomerang. Lots of garbage in these card rewards. Thankfully, we have most of what we need. Oh no, double spiker return. Terrible. Be gone, fiends. Rude. By the way, I can dual wield the feed and potentially eat more than one of these. Although we're going to need some help first. Terrible. Get rid of one of these. Double terrible. This is the weakness of the deck currently. With the only 2 strength starters, and one is unreliable with Dome, we actually could get into some tough spots here. Seems a bit better. Yeah, we're gonna have to take some hits, almost inevitably. Oof, this is bad. Dual wield is still in the draw pile. Okay, here we go. Good enough. Good enough, I say. Good enough. All right, our Burning Elite. The Nemesis. Not too much damage on turn 1. I'm just going to play the Whirlwind here. Ah. All right, for every turn onward, we kind of have to assume it's attacking us for a really big number. Yeah. Assume big. Try not to die. All right, perfect block. Tell me I can kill it right now. Make this life a lot easier. That's pretty close, actually. We pen nib the boomerang. We deal 38 times 4. How much is that? That's 152. Yeah, that's perfect. And then feed just kills it. Delicious. We get even more max health. There's the 150. Get a potion. 1 stinky True Grit. You know, it actually is pretty good. Take that. Maybe I upgrade that. I like this. This is my hand clog solver. What is special about 150? It's enough that you can face tank Act 4 without too much trouble. I don't have a specific reason why 150 over 160 or 140, but it's approximately enough. Be nice if we could get a multi-feed here, but we do need to kill these birds quickly, as the Awakened one will gain strength very fast. Or, well, will deal damage very fast, rather. They don't gain strength at all, actually. Unless we play powers, of course. Just kill one of them. Alright, kill them both. Screw it. Strongly prefer to keep all these potions. You'll be able to get back all of our health as well. It's not too bad. I'm going to want that bash, right? Well, not necessarily. No, where I'm going, we don't need bash. Spear and Shield turn 2 looks scary to face. Yes, it would be if we weren't going to kill them on turn 1. We have a plan. Kayla Los, thank you so much for the 11 months, almost to that full year. Dual wield target in this fight is probably our Reaper. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Especially with Penib here. Big damage. Just played again. Yeah, take the hit, actually. Gotta be careful about my strength gain in the next fight, because we do need to end with Penib on 9 if we want to beat Shield and Spear decisively. So we have to be really careful not to overshoot. Fighting Tim the Time Eater. It's good. Tim's good. So do we try to go around? I think we should try to go around. Regards to Penib. So I'm going to play 14 attacks this fight is the plan. Please don't give me drawdown. It hurts. Lots of health, thankfully. So even when we take hits, it's not such a big deal. Although there is a limit to how many hits we can take. Tim. Come on. Well, shoot. Okay, I think it's gambling time. Seems pretty unacceptable. Keep these three. Draw all of these cards. So we can do Lex. Are you attacking me? Good. Limit break, dual wield Reaper. In turn. Ow. 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 Although now I've got to be careful, right? We want to play 10 more attacks here, so I don't want to play more limit breaks, presumably. But we can use the foolish to our advantage. The next turn, Time Eater will reset their health. Purge debuffs. We just want to play as many attacks as we can before that occurs. So don't kill. In fact, get Time Eater as low as possible here. I think that's good. And now we want to win with 4 attacks played. Doesn't seem too hard. Let's go. 2 more. So we limit break. The next turn, Reaper, Sword Boomerang should do it. Or we can Reaper now, but I'd rather get hit first. Yeah, next turn, Reaper, Sword Boomerang. Okay. What about Feed? What about Feed? Feed's not as important as setting up the pen nib here. Although, yeah, Feed would be nice. Two thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of all this max health? You deal 1994 damage. A good year. Have I been here before? Okay, we get to upgrade 1 card. I think we wanted to upgrade Dual Wield here to make it more reliable for getting the Reaper multiplied. Let's do that. It's definitely been a weird run, but I've enjoyed it. Can purchase Inflame back. Can I do Inflame and a potion? Inflame plus Swift Potion looks pretty good, actually. What score would be a bad year? I mean, we've had, you know, like 1937 show up and stuff like that. Sorts of Great World Wars or other significant disasters. There's a few years you might call bad. Yeah, 2020 was maybe not the best year either. All right, I'll take Inflame and the Swift Pots. But I'm pretty sure Shield and Spear are completely free here. Oh yeah, this is even easier than I thought it was going to be. This is 24 times 6. Which is 144. We have Feed too? Actually, so it's better to not kill the Spire Spear, because then we can eat it. Excellent. What about 30 by 5? Obviously, that's 150. Let's limit break first. Or no, 32 by 5, excuse me. 160. Yeah, that's good. So limit break, Whirlwind. Take 12. Heal for 9. Okay. So we have 154 health going into Heart. We have an oddly smooth stone. We have a freaking Feel No Pain Plus. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Exhume is also here. Exhume could get back Reaper. Or Limit Break. So that's worth thinking about, too. But with the second wind, I really like this Feel No Pain. I'm going to grab that. As we go into our heart fight here. Pretty happy with Shockwave turn 1. That means Heart is weak through the first cycle. Do I want a Swift Potion now? I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do, because we're playing at least 3 cards this turn, so we're going to have 3 extra cards next turn also. Let's draw. Okay, we have second wind in hand. That's pretty good, especially with the speed pot. I think this turn is defend, shockwave, anger, something like that. Let's use this fire pot right away too. Block the beat of death with defend. Yeah, we want to play at least one more card. Maybe play the whirlwind over the anger. The anger for now. We get mega debuffed. Feels bad. Second wind also feels bad. Am I willing to lose a limit break here? I think I might be. Just go speed potion, second wind. Get rid of 3 defends and the Ascender's Bane, which is good. Lose 1 limit break, which is less good. But I see no reasonable way to keep the limit break. We'd have to play the defense one at a time. That's no good. Let's play bash and lose feed. Okay, we full block the multi-hit. That's pretty good. This hand is not much better at the moment. I'd like to use the armaments to upgrade at least one of our limit breaks. But this hand is pretty bad. I think just strike, anger. Maybe play the heavy blade just to get it out of my hand. It's not a bad idea. Base meat tank. That's right. We're also upping the pen nib here as we do this. Oh. Got 98 health left. It's fine. It's fine. Now we draw all the good block cards. Of course we do. Although we're setting ourselves up for success, so I'm not too worried. Shrug. There's a limit break. Vuln stays up. So yeah, we flex limit break. We armaments flex limit break. Yeah, we should probably Arma flex limit break. Keep this limit break around. Okay. Lots of stinky statuses in the draw pile. Love Tap. Thank you so much for the 25 months of support. Okay, True gets rid of Wound. Battle Trance draws 4. Relatively likely to draw Void, but it's still worth doing here. Spot Weakness. Energy Pot maybe next turn. This is our last turn of Vulnerable. It's definitely time for us to start hitting this hard. As hard as we can. So go in Flame. Limit Break. Energy Potion. Make more Reapers. Pen nib this Reaper to heal for 69 health. Nice. And then finish capping the hard-on damage here with Sword Boomerang. Fortunately, we have to survive 2 more turns here. Oh, but one of these is the buff turn, right? Yeah, so we're fine, I believe. This looks pretty good. Let's have to do enough damage. Yeah, I think we're fine here. Good. Yeah, we're fine here. Just use this for pen nib credits. Okay, so the heart buffs again on this turn. Now it has 4 points of strength. If it multi-attacks, it will do so for 6 times 15, which is 90 damage. And you'll note we actually have more than 90 health, so we good. We good here. All we have to do is a ton of damage. We can finish it off next turn. Let's go Reaper Boomerang. Easy peasy. Get thorns to death, Mr. Hart. GG.
If you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And don't forget to check out Baalorlord Plays for variety content. Click the blue Baylor icon to subscribe.